Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, sorry. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a holiday draw with me. I'm working on my paint with diamonds, diamond painting called Christmas Ornament, excuse me, Reflection. Um, so we're going to get right down to it and diamond paint. And the link for this is in my description, along with my affiliate link where you can purchase this diamond painting if you wish. From that link, I get a small commission from that. Okay, so this has been a crazy day. I'll start that off before I start talking about holiday stuff. Technology is not my friend today. That's all I'm going to say. My laptop has been to the point where I'm ready to take it and throw it out the window and be done with it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to go any farther. So, anyway, Christmas talk. There we go. I don't really have a whole lot of Christmas talk to talk about, but we'll find something. So, as you know, good grief. I was having, I hadn't put my tree up. Yes, my tree is up. It just hasn't been put up yet. I mean, all decorated yet. I'm still in the process. I'm in the process of decorating, period. I'm kind of been waiting for, everybody, all the kids to be here at the same time. Miranda, it has been at a friend's house since Friday. So she's coming home tomorrow. So she's, and she got to volunteer at a Christmas fair. So she started texting me on Monday telling me that she had found presents for everybody. And I asked her, I said, well, how is that possible? You don't have any money. She says, well, the people that, I guess, are in charge of the Christmas fair, go to certain schools. Anyway, when she volunteered, they were putting stuff up, and she, I guess, was admiring, things and eyeing some things. And so, long story short, they told her and my best friend and her daughter that they could pick out a couple things. And he asked her, how many brothers and sisters do you have? And Miranda told him, and he says, well, you can pick out a couple of things for, your brothers, and you can pick out a couple of things for your sister or your mother. So that's what she did. So that's a big help in itself. And I was able to get more presents for Skylar. So I think we're all pretty well, okay now. I was kind of worried. I didn't say a whole lot on the channel because I just don't, it's my personal problem, and I just don't like to air my issues all over the place. And, and I don't expect people to, feel sorry for me and so forth. So, even though, I know there are people that can, sympathize and, and I just don't like doing that because that's not what my channel's for. So anyway, that's, where that stands. And because I was really worried, one reason why I just kind of didn't want, I was kind of being a Grinch, and I just, to be truthful, I was starting to really not give a, flying Paduki's butt. Um, one way or the other. So that kind of was, fixed for me, and I didn't really have to do anything. And when she told me that she did, I looked, I texted her and I said, well, honey, I really appreciate that. She says, well, you know, she says, I didn't have to pay for it, and they were nice. And I think part of it is, she thanked them for it, and she kind of felt, guilty about taking the free presents. But, the guy explained it to her and told her, it's not a big deal. I do this for all my volunteers to show, my appreciation for their help. And I used to be, he said, I used to struggle too. So I fully understand. And he said, so I told her, I said, well, did you tell him thank you? And she said, yeah. She says, I even gave him a big hug. So that, because she kind of, which I was kind of shocked that she did that, because she's not one to do that. She's not one to just give a complete total stranger a hug like that, which I thought that was kind of, you know, special for her. So that's all covered in, you just don't know. I mean, I do have a couple other little, issues that I need to deal with, but other than that, I mean, it's not like, big major, you know, life-changing problems, but it's everyday life, everyday, whatever. So I'm making sure I don't need any more of this symbol before I move on. And of course, then today has just been one big hurdle after other. I've been trying to record all morning, and well, my laptop just doesn't want to be nice to me today. I don't know why. So it's kind of, but we'll see. If it doesn't let me, upload this video today, I'm going to be very angry. I'm not going to be happy. So, but other than that, let's see. I know I have decorated. I've put the tree up. I haven't decorated. I need to finish. And I kind of been putting it off because, at first I wasn't really in the mood, and then, just, then of course, Miranda hasn't been home. I'm usually have everything up by now. And usually by the day after Thanksgiving is usually when I have everything up and ready to go. So it hasn't been a good start to the Christmas season. And of course, me being feeling some kind of way about the other things, and it was just, yeah. But I'm okay now. I'm repeating myself. Sorry. So I got it up. I don't have any lights. Still no lights. But I'm not too worried about the lights because, to be truthful, I don't think it's going to really matter because, Skylar's one job every Christmas is to plug the lights in. So I don't think, and he's gotten to a point that he kind of, gets tired of doing it. So I think, this year we don't have to worry about it. And I think he's kind of glad that we don't have to worry about it. So it's kind of, good on one hand, and then kind of, like, My tree is kind of naked without the lights, but I'm gonna get some when after Christmas when they all go on sale. Because you know how they are. The sale run, the day after Christmas is, and that's when, they have all the big sales. So, I'll wait till then and I'll get lights and see what else I can find. Because I try to decorate. Let me tell you, my house, not every room, but my living room is usually decorated and it looks like a little, Christmas wonderland sort of. But this year it kind of didn't, because I had to get rid of some of my like little, figurines and stuff that I had, mm, that I decorate with. So that's one thing I'll be doing after Christmas is, replenishing those and, all that kind of junk. Because I mean, I have a Christmas village. I don't have the whole entire village. So I'm gonna go and look for, more pieces for that and get that, get in there and get that situated. So that's, and we have a train set. Okay, why? I don't know. I found it earlier. I forgot that it was in there. And I was going to go through the tote to go through all the ornaments that I've stitched and finished and, well, found it. And I had forgotten that my neighbor had given it to Skylar for Christmas last year. And let me tell you something. That thing is about as annoying as all get go. It's it's loud. It's big. And the battery for it, oh my God. It's a big battery. So, yeah, I got to find the battery for that. So I told him, I said, we can set it up, but I don't know if we're going to be able to, let it run or whatever. And of course, he was kind of disappointed because last year the battery ran out because that's all he wanted to do was run it. So I had told him that last year. I said, we might not be able to run it next year. And he just looked at me, why? And I said, because you ran the battery out this year, bud. And of course, he was kind of like, really? So we'll see. And I don't, good thing about the presents part is I'm kind of glad I don't have to buy a whole lot. And thank God, because Lord. But then again, I feel, how do I put it? I feel bad if I don't buy them a whole lot. But then again, they know if I don't buy them a whole lot. So it's kind of, and they understand it. But it still makes me feel, bad about it. And I told the boys last night, and I'm gonna say something to Miranda tomorrow when she comes home, that I found a jar that originally I had decided to make as my spare change jar for, me to, save up all my spare change to use for, to collect so that, I could use it to, like, uh, for stuff for, like my cross stitch and my diamond painting. but I'm still going to do that, but it's also going to be for uh, Christmas money. So we're kind of, you know, and we also have a piggy bank that Skylar got from school, and that, I told him, I said, we're going to use the piggy bank for other for things that, you know, we need around the house. And I said, but this jar is for Christmas and mommy's cross stitch stash, blah, blah, blah. And then I told him, I'm going to follow in Laura Law's footsteps here. I told him I was going to start playing the lottery, get the scratch offs, and I was going to do that and put the money in, divide the money up between that and, the necessity jar that we have in the house. So I guess that's what we're going to call it, the necessity piggy bank. Lord knows, because Skylar brought it home, and oh my gosh, that's his favorite thing, because he likes to put the change in, and of course, when you put the change in, the pig's tail moves. Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, okay, now. So, but and we're not going to do a whole lot either this Christmas. We're just going to sit and, spend time together. Tomorrow, all the way up until, oh gosh, my throat. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize I was getting a frog in my throat. Tomorrow, all the way up until probably, it all depends. I know Skylar wants to watch, some Christmas movies, and he watched Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer with me last night, and he just looked at me because I was sitting there watching it, and he came out. He's like, really? Grandma got run over by a reindeer? Mom, really? So, yeah, he watched it, and then he turned around and he's like, no. So he came back here and got on the Xbox, and I went back, came back here, I followed him back here, and I said, what? He says, why do you want to watch that show? I'm like, because it's a Christmas story. But, Mom. So he doesn't, that's one Christmas TV show I know he won't watch. Because he's like, I don't like it. I was like, why? He says, because the reindeer ran over Grandma. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whatever. So that's why he doesn't like it. Because Santa's reindeer ran over Grandma. Especially Rudolph. So yeah, that's one Christmas show that I will put down as do not watch next year, because he refuses. And I told him, I said, so you're not going to watch it with me? No, you can watch it. And it was kind of depressing watching it myself, even though I do like watching Christmas shows. I haven't really watched them this year. I know. You can get on me. I'm a Christmas. When it comes to Christmas, I'm. That's my favorite. That's my favorite time of the holiday. That's my holiday. I love Christmas. Anywhere starting in October, when it starts getting like, fall, and that's my favorite time of the year. And this year I just kind of, it wasn't that I just wasn't in the mood. I guess I just kind of I don't know. I was just, it wasn't that I wasn't into it and didn't want to enjoy it. I just think I had a lot of things going on. Who knows? I have no clue. So usually between starting, end of September, beginning of October, that's usually when I start, getting into the enjoying the cool weather and all that kind of stuff. And so, but this year I didn't really do that. So, but yeah, Christmas is usually my favorite. That's my favorite, my most favorite time of the year. Why? I don't really know, but I really like, you know, Christmas. I love it. New Year's, that's, yeah. But, I think, you would think I would enjoy New Year's because it's like, getting rid of the old year. But I just, to be truthful, that is just, I don't know. I used to watch the New Year's Rockin' Eve and all that kind of stuff, but I couldn't get into that. I can't get into it now. I can't even stay up past freaking midnight. It happens when you get old. So, but yeah, I just, Christmas is my favorite holiday usually. So, and they knew the kids knew that something wasn't right this year. They were like, "Mom, you know, I know it's because of Grandpa, your great grandpa and stuff, but usually you're not like this." And I told him, I said, "Mommy's just stressing." I said, "Stressing just a little bit more than I normally would," and so they've been trying to help me relieve that stress just a little bit. So, and I had to hide the presents in my closet. I wasn't going to hide them in my closet because of the simple fact of Skylar, because Skylar and Justin like to sneak. Well, truthfully, I don't. At first, I didn't know they were in there. This morning, he went in there to find something and he saw the presents. And I told him, I said, "You need to get out of my closet." He was like, "Well, who's that for?" And I said, "It's not for you," which is a complete total lie because he knows. But I got him a soccer ball, a car, and a Star Wars Lego thing that he can put, with Legos, he can put the Star Wars thing together. So hopefully, I think he'll like it. And there was something else in there, and I can't remember what else it was that I got him. But yeah, he's pretty excited. He's ready. And of course, then with Miranda's stuff that she got everybody, and so forth. We'll see. And then, of course, my best friend asked me the other day, she says, "Have you ever had a cowl?" Okay, first of all, I don't know what that is. I know it's something that you wear. All right. I have no idea. Never heard of it before in my whole entire life. Okay. So I was like, "Okay, what is it?" And she says, I said, "Why would I want a cow?" She said, "No, not that kind of cow." I was like, "Okay." She says, "It's a cowl." I was like, "Okay, what is it?" And she had sent me a picture of it, and I was like, "Okay, well, I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. What exactly do you do with it?" And she says, "You wear it." I was like, "Okay, wear it where?" And she said, "You put it on your head." Really? Okay. Never seen one before. I know. I know. I should know, right? I've never. Okay. So she sent me a picture of one on somebody's head. Oh, I just thought it was a headband. I didn't know any. I'm sorry. I don't know any better. So yeah, she started laughing at me. She's like, "That's what it is," and I'm like, "Okay, okay." I said, "No, I've never had one." She said, "Well, they keep your ears warm." Okay. Well, she let it slip. That was one of the things Miranda got me. Miranda doesn't know I know that. And I'm not going to tell her that because I don't want to ruin the surprise. But you know, I Skylar Justin overheard her, and he was like, "Well, what did you get me?" And she just, she won't tell him. They want to know. But, she's not going to tell him. And so then, he and I were talking last night while the little dude was in the shower. And I think I've told you guys this, but I got Justin and Skylar a Nintendo Switch. And there it is. And anyway, hang on, guys. There we go. I don't know what the deal is there anyway. Anyway, so, I told Justin, because technically Skylar wanted it. Skylar's wanted it for a couple of years. And, I was like, okay. So when Justin came up telling me that he wanted one, he told me why he wanted one. And I told him, I said, well, I really, really don't think I'm going to buy you one for Christmas so that you can take it to school. I mean, why? Why would I do that? Because knowing him, he's got such bad luck when it comes to, you know, taking stuff to school. I mean, he's had his book bag stolen. He's, and I'm just not, and he's taken stuff to school, brand new things, and they've ended up broken. And, and I told him, I said, well, I had to think about it. And I said, well, okay, here's the deal. I'll get it for you, but you have to share it with your brother and you can't take it to school. Well, he didn't think that was fair. Well, I'm sorry. So finally he understood. And only because I made the comment that I wasn't going to spend $400 on his game system or however much it is. I think it's like 3 something now or 2. I don't even remember. And I said, I'm not spending all this money for you to, take it to school and then it get broken and then your brother never have a chance to get it, to play with it. I said, technically, it should be for your brother because your brother's been asking for it for like 4 years. I mean, and he's like, well, okay, I won't take it. I said, please don't. I said, because I do not want it broken. So I'm going to remind him again when he opens up his presents on Christmas. And I'm going to tell him, you need to make sure you share it because, that was the agreement. And then you need to make sure that you don't take it to school. Because if you take it to school, I kill you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to kill him. But, yeah. So, we shall see. He's kind of, and of course, he's 18. He thinks, okay, well, I can do this. I'm a little more, I mean, yes, he is. He's learned a little bit, he's learned a little in the past, couple months to be a little bit more, how to put it, aware of things and of, taking care of his things, being a little bit more responsible. And, I give him credit for that. And I told him, I said, he brought that up. And I said, well, okay, you are being a little bit more responsible. But I said, I don't fully trust it yet. And, I thought he was going to get mad. And he's not. He didn't. So we'll see. But he, Of course, he came out this morning and tried to, talk me into um, letting him take it to school when school starts back up. And I told him, I said, no. I said, you haven't even gotten it yet. You don't even know if I'm actually getting it for you or that if I actually have it here in the house. And he just looked at me. He says, well, do you? And I said, I see what you're trying to do. And I'm not going to tell you if I have it here or not. It's just not going to happen. Yeah, he likes to be sneaky. And that's why I said when I had with the Christmas stuff in the closet, he likes to be sneaky. He's one of these ones that will go he'll go search it. And I told him, excuse me, I tell him every time, you can't go in my room, especially around Christmas time, without my permission. And he just looks at me like, why? Because. And he thinks that because he's an adult, he can come in here and know what everybody's presents are, and including his, and he thinks he can keep the secret. He can't keep a secret for anything. Never. He is horrible when it comes to keeping Christmas secrets. He just doesn't. Just no way to describe. He just can't. And so when we were talking about the Nintendo Switch, he asked me, he says, well, and I told him, I said, even if I told you I got it, I said, you better not tell your brother. And he was like, who said I'm going to tell him? And I said, I know you. You can't keep a secret if your life depended on it. So, yeah, he's kind of, and every time he talks about, and when he goes up to Skylar, like, uh, last night after our conversation, he says, hey, Sky, and I looked at him. I said, don't you dare. He says, I'm not, Mom. I was like, okay. Because if you do, he says, I said, I will make sure you have coal in your stocking. And he said, you would do that? I said, yes, I would. So he knows. He knows I'm kidding. But then again, yeah. He thinks it's funny. And I don't even know what time it is. And I don't have my phone back here to tell me what time it is. I have no way to minimize the screen. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah, he's just, I said, please don't. I see, I usually let them open presents up. I used to before, like on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. I used to let them open up, one present. And then it got to be to the point where they wanted to open all the presents up. So, yeah, I'm not doing that this year. They can wait. They can wait, just like I have to wait. Of course, they're not liking that idea, but oh well. So, but no, they I don't plan to do a whole lot this for the next week the next week and a half. I'm going to catch up on stitching. I'm going to catch up on a couple of shows on Hulu that I have saved and watch Christmas movies and all that good junk. Because there's really not, we don't do a whole lot at all. I know the boys will probably do, I mean, just Skylar will probably drive me bonkers because he will be home for a week and a half, and yeah. So you can just imagine what my life will be like, which is okay. It's just going to be hard to not let them drive me bonkers, but that's okay. So that's basically all I'm going to do next week is catch up on stitching and start, trying to get some kind of scheduling idea for my channel and so forth, and all that kind of good junk, and set goals for next year. I'm hoping next year will be a little bit better than what it has been, or a little bit better than what this year has been. I'm not saying this year hasn't been good, because it did. It started off okay, but then it just kind of went downhill, sort of. I don't know why, but it was probably a result of a lot of things. But I'm just gonna take it as it comes, and I'm hoping things will be looking up this year. Really, really hope so. So other than that, that's about all of that I've got. I'm trying to think. I think that's really everything I can think about, guys. I had a whole list. I usually open up, you sit down to a video and you open your mind up and you just let it go. And I had a whole lot of things I wanted to say, and I can't remember half of them. That's bad. But I'm going to keep working on this. That's one thing I wanted to talk about. I am going to keep working on this after Christmas. So this will be a video that I will feature every week. I know. Holiday video, right? No, that's what it's going to be called, because I don't know of any other video. I don't know what else to say for it. I mean, I don't know any other title. So it's going to be every week like always. So and of course, I'm still working on getting all these diamond paintings finished. I've been working on Disney Princesses Ensemble for a year. And thank God I didn't start, I didn't try, not a year, maybe 6 months. I've been trying to get it done, and good thing is I didn't plan to give it to my daughter for Christmas. So I'm going to try to get it done by February, because that's what she wants it. So, but again, that's really it, guys. I feel like I had a whole bunch of things I needed to say, and I can't remember what half of them are. So until then, like I said, next week, Christmas Day, I will not have a video. Christmas Eve, I will not have a video. Monday, I don't know if I'm going to do Draw With Me. I might wait until after Christmas to do it. I haven't decided yet. Either way, it'll pop up. So, but hopefully after the new year, I can get right back into the swing of things and get, everything back up running and so forth. But until then, I hope everyone has a great week. And if I don't have another video posted by the Christmas. I hope everybody has a great Christmas. And until then, I will see you all next time. Have a great Christmas week and make every day a crafty one.